My eyes feel gritty. 8 hours staring at a spreadsheet. Just another long Tuesday. The drive home is always a blur. The same hypnotic rhythm, the same faces. All of us just drones heading on. Something about history. Ironic. Wait, what was that? A flicker in my peripheral vision. Just a trick of the fading light, right? But then, I pass it again the next day. It's standing in this forgotten patch of land, choked with weeds and neglect. A billboard, but it's new. It looks brand new. And the pink, it's so aggressively bright, it seems to vibrate against the twilight. The letters are goofy. A bubbly 70s font. The Meadow Lane Galleria, and under it a tagline, serving since 1976. That's so specific, so confident? But it's impossible. I've lived in this town my entire life. I know every street. There is no Meadow Lane. There has never been a Meadow Lane. I have to pull over. The crunch of the tires is deafening. I get out of my car and just stare at it. No company name at the bottom, no phone number, no website. I grab my phone, my hands shaking a little. Search Meadow Lane Galleria. Nothing. Google returns 0 results. I try again. Nothing. It's a digital ghost. It doesn't exist, but it's right there, 100 feet away. Cold knot tightens in my stomach. This feels less like an ad and more like a secret. And my drive home is no longer hypnotic. I am wide awake. For 2 days I can't think. That peeling pink font is burned into my brain. I ask my coworkers. Nothing. They look at me with blank confusion. It's maddening. Am I the only one who's seen it? It's Friday. I can't take it anymore. I have to know. I drive back to the spot. There it is, okay. Deep breath. I pull up the GPS. My heart is thumping. I type the name in. The screen flickers. Green and purple pixels flash across the map. The GPS voice stutters. Making a route, and then goes silent. The map reappears, but everything around me is a blank, gray grid, and the only route is a dotted blue line. Walking directions. For a mall? I laugh, a short, nervous bark. This has to be a prank, but the line, it's pulsing on the screen, beckoning. Against my better judgment, I'm following the route in my car. It can't be far. I'm telling myself, this is getting weird. The GPS is guiding me into this dated industrial park. Now a road blocked by a fence? Backtrack. It reroutes me down a residential street. Every house is identical, these cookie-cutter ranches from the 70s. But there are no signs of life. Every turn is a dead end. I'm about to give up. This is a glitch. I make a 3-point turn in this deserted cul-de-sac. My headlights swing back around. And it's there. It wasn't there 30 seconds ago. Where the trees were, now there's the mall. I'm walking from my car. The air is changing. It's still and heavy. The glass doors slide open with this deep, pneumatic hiss. They're eager, as if they've been waiting for me. The air from inside washes over me. It's thick, preserved, a complex smell of old plastic, floor wax, and decades-old perfume, like a ghost. I take a step inside. The doors hiss shut behind me, sealing me in. The silence, it's absolute, a deep, pressurized silence that made my ears feel full. I can hear the escalators thrumming, the fountain trickling, but the sounds have no echo. This place is a perfect time capsule of 1976. Everything is pristine. I'm walking past a record store, a toy store with Star Wars figures still in their original packaging. Every store is open, lights on, but there's no one. No cashiers, no customers, just me. A primal part of my brain is screaming that this isn't right. The perfection is a mask. The silence is a predator, and I can feel it. I'm being watched. And that music, I recognize it. It's a pop song from a few years ago, but it's broken, slowed to a crawl, stretched out until it's just a mournful cry. This isn't a mistake, it's a message. This place isn't just trapped in the past, it's outside of time altogether. I'm walking towards a big store, Dalton's. In the window, a perfect family of mannequins is modeling 70s fashion, but something's wrong. Their skin, it has a waxy translucence. I can see faint veins, pores. They look less like dolls trying to be human and more like humans trying very, very hard to be dolls. I lean in closer, and that's when I see it. A single tiny bead of sweat tracing a path down the father's temple. My blood runs cold. I tell myself it's just condensation. I take a step to my left. The pupils, they contract. They're tracking my movement. My heart is hammering against my ribs. I can't move. I test it again. Step to the right. All four of them move, not just their eyes, their heads. They swivel fluidly, silently to follow me. Then the little girl, she slowly raises her arm and presses her small hand flat against the inside of the window. I stumble back. I can't breathe. I turn and run. Panic. I need an exit. Now. Up ahead, the mall directory. A map. Maps have exits. I rush over to it. I see the exits. 4 of them, marked in red. And a little glowing red dot in the center. You are here. Relief for a second. I take a step back to get my bearings, and the dot moves. It slides across the grid, mirroring my exact movement. It's tracking me in real time. This place is aware. It's a system, and I'm a foreign body it's monitoring. A surge of pure animal terror. I have to move. I turn and bolt down the main concourse. I duck behind a planter, my heart a drum against my ribs. I peek back at the kiosk. I can still see the tiny red dot. It's no longer in the atrium. It's glowing brightly from the spot right next to the planter where I'm hiding. Hiding, like a terrified child. The place knows where I am. My thoughts are cut short by a sound. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Rubber-soled shoes on the floor. It's getting closer. Unhurried, steady. My predator isn't even bothering to run. I'm trying to control my ragged breathing. The squeaking stops, right next to me. A calm, grandfatherly voice speaks. "No use hiding behind the foliage, son." I straighten up and turn. It's a mall cop, straight out of the 70s. His name tag says Miller. His eyes are pale and don't seem to blink. And his smile, it's the widest, most vacant smile I have ever seen. I was just looking for the exit, I stammer. He chuckles, a dry, papery sound. "The exits are for paying customers," he says, his smile never changing. "Been here before?" I shake my head. He tuts as if I'm a disappointment. "That's what everyone says at first. The memory gets a little hazy in here." He leans in, his voice dropping. "Funny," he says, the smile getting wider. "According to our records, You've been one of our most loyal customers. He pauses. The silence stretches. Been coming here since 1976. Miller's words. My fight-or-flight response just breaks. My mind is a storm of white noise. He just nods and walks away. I'm alone again, but now I understand. I have always been here. I'm just walking on autopilot. The smell of the food court hits me. It's a museum of dead fast food empires. Trays are lined up on the counters, each with a complete meal. It looks so real, so normal. Maybe it was all a dream? I stumble toward a pizza counter. There's a slice of pepperoni on a plate. I lean closer, and the smell hits me. Not pizza. It's the sweet, cloying stench of rot. The pepperoni? It's not pepperoni. It's a colony of bark, pulsating crimson mold. The cheese is a greasy yellow film with thousands of fine black hair-like tendrils writhing out of it. I look everywhere. It's all the same. The sesame seeds on the buns are squirming. The ice cubes are clouded with a dark substance that moves on its own. It's all a lie. A single, vast organism of decay, camouflaged as food. And it's breathing. The buns on the trays gently inflate and deflate in a slow, silent, rhythmic pulse. It's the mall's heart, and it's feeding on death. The sight of it, it feels logical. I'm beyond simple fear now, numb, detached shock. I wandered down a dim side corridor, maintenance, management, and at the end, a simple sign, archives. It's the only place that seems honest. I push the door open and step inside. The air smells of old plastic and decaying paper. It's a library of forgotten media. Shelves packed with thousands of white-spined VHS tapes. I pull one out. The label just has a date, October 12, 1982. Another, June 3, 2004. Every tape is a different day. My fingers ghost over the spines, and then I see a date that makes my blood freeze. It's my birthday, May 4th, 1998. My hand is trembling as I take it from the shelf. My fate feels sealed. I slide the cassette into the VCR. The machine whirs and clunks. The TV flickers to life. Grainy black and white security footage. The timestamp in the corner. It's not 1998. It's today's date. I watch as my own sedan pulls into the frame. I watch myself get out, walk toward the glass doors, and step inside. This isn't from 1998. It's a recording of my arrival here just hours ago. With a shaking finger, I press fast forward. I see myself staring into the Daltons' window, running from the map, talking to Miller. It's all here. My panic, my choices. They're just scenes on a tape that's been sitting on a shelf, waiting for me to find it. I don't remember leaving the archives. The knowledge of the tape has hollowed me out. Free will is an illusion, my life a pre-recorded program. I drift back to the central atrium. I look up at the massive clock suspended from the ceiling. The second hand isn't a hand. It's a solid, shimmering black circle, a vortex of captured moments. The minute and hour hands are spinning backward at a dizzying speed. This clock isn't measuring time, it's annihilating it. I look down at the fountain. The water has an oily sheen. The pool at the bottom is dark as obsidian. I lean over and look at my reflection. For a second, I see my own terrified face, but then it dissolves. I see dozens of other faces flickering under the surface, trapped. My fingers find carved letters on the fountain's base, the mall's eternal mission statement. Open forever, for you. The you isn't for me alone. It's for every you trapped in that dark water. The mall is a collector, and its collection is open forever. A chime, a signal of a beginning. In the archways, shapes begin to form. They coalesce out of the shadows. Dozens, then hundreds. The shoppers have arrived. A silent, shambling horde from every era the mall has consumed. A man in a leisure suit, a woman with 80s shoulder pads, teens in baggy 90s jeans. But their forms are unstable, blurred, indistinct. Their features smear and run together. I'm frozen by the fountain, a stone in a spectral river. As they pass, each one turns its featureless head toward me. They're acknowledging me. I'm no longer an intruder. I'm part of the scenery. Then the whispers start, a sound like dry leaves. Customers since 1976. Another passes. Customers since 1976. It's a chorus from all directions. They aren't accusing me. They're identifying me, giving me my title, a welcome, and a verdict, all in one.
That chorus of whispers snaps the last thread of my sanity. A primal instinct to live surges through my veins. I scream, a raw, ragged tear in the silence. And I run. I shove my way through the smoky, insubstantial forms, a feeling of icy coldness on my skin. The entrance, the glass doors, my only hope. I can still see the parking lot through them, my car waiting under that perpetual twilight. Freedom is right there. I throw my body against the glass. It's like hitting a solid wall of granite. I hammer on it with my fists, but there's no sound. I'm a mime in a soundproof box.
Thank you for shopping at the Meadow Lane Galleria. Time never ends here. Neither do you.
The shoppers stop moving. The mannequins from Dalton's are stepping out of the storefront. At the top of the escalator, Miller stands watching me, that awful, placid smile fixed on his face. I feel a pull, an invisible force turning me away from the doors. My feet are moving against my will, carrying me onto the moving stairs. It's over. As the escalator carries me upward, I look down at the main floor, and I see him. A man tired from a long day at work, hesitating at the threshold. The glass doors hiss open for him, just as they did for me. I watch myself from above as I begin my journey, as I begin my forever. I reach the top. I feel nothing. I'm just an observer now, waiting for the next loop. My mouth opens, but only one word comes out, a choked, final whisper of recognition. Again.